Prince Harry rolled back the years to his bachelor days and let his hair down during a 3-hour pub session with friends on the Queen's 96th birthday. With Meghan back home in California, Harry took the opportunity to hit an Irish bar for a pint of Guinness in The Hague last night, surrounded by 5 bodyguards, including 4 men usually protecting the Dutch royals. But in a sign his wild days are over, he turned down free tequila slammers and nursed a single beer all night before leaving at 11 p.m., the pub's owner said. Before marrying Meghan, the Duke of Sussex was famed for his ferocious partying, including the notorious occasion he ended up playing strip billiards with some girls after a boozy night out in Las Vegas 10 years ago. But despite the offer of multiple free drinks, including tequila, Harry stuck to 1 pint over 180 minutes to keep a clear head for the final day of Invictus today. The prince, who sparked controversy this week when he spoke of how he is looking out for his grandmother, may have been toasting Her Majesty, who celebrated her birthday yesterday. Harry was accompanied by his burly bodyguard, a former U.S. Secret Service agent, and 4 plainclothes officers from the Dutch Royal Protection Squad, amid his own claims that he does not feel safe in the UK following a court dispute with Scotland Yard and the Home Office over security. Staff at O'Casey's had been tipped off he would be arriving, but other drinkers were stunned when he walked through the bar. He was dressed in black polo top and wore a baseball cap to hide his distinctive ginger hair. While his friends downed tequila slammers and beer, Harry was more abstemious, sticking to a single pint, perhaps mindful that in the morning he was meeting the King of the Netherlands and didn't want a hangover. Aides had booked a private corner in the pub garden that backs onto the Dutch royal palace. The street outside is lined with giant crowns strung between buildings and a 5-minute walk from the royal palace of King Willem-Alexander. Harry spent 3 hours at the pub that was packed with drinkers for a quiz night. Pub owner John Gulay, 51, said, "When he got the pint, he was like, that is so nice." Harry was super chilled and very relaxed, and he had a great time. He was here for about 3 hours but only had the 1 pint. He said he had a busy day ahead with work. Mr. Gulay said he wasn't aware of Harry's group raising a toast to the Queen's 96th birthday. He said, "Someone did mention it after they left, but I did not see any toasts." Mr. Gulay said as Harry was about to leave he asked if he could take a photo to commemorate the visit, adding, "I said if he lets me take a photo I would pick up the bill for the drinks, and he agreed. He was a super nice guy and very relaxed. I didn't check how much they had spent." Mr. Gulay said Harry had said he didn't want any special treatment and said hello to other drinkers as they walked by and offered to buy him drinks. His team had been drinking here all week and thought it was a great bar, so came back and booked the area out the back. "We call it the VIP area but didn't dream we would have real VIPs. We can say it is by royal appointment now. We didn't want to close the bar as we had our pub quiz, so just had the garden. They wanted it as normal as possible." Harry was surrounded by his friends and had his bodyguard sit opposite. There were 4 royal protection officers who were also there. "My wife is Mexican, and she suggested they have tequila slammers. All the others downed them, but Harry refused. He just wanted his pint." He said he had work to do in a busy day later. Mr. Gulay, who has owned the pub for 30 years, added, "He just seemed very happy to be here and to have a drink with his friends. I think the plan was to have a drink and go to a restaurant, but they had food and stayed until about 11 p.m. It was great to have him here, and no, we can say the bar is by royal appointment." In other news, the Duke of Sussex has revealed his intense feelings about the Ukrainian team during the games. Speaking to the BBC he said, "A whole world is definitely behind them. But again, is that enough? When you get to see them and speak to them, and see in their eyes the experiences and the things that they've seen just in the last few weeks, it's really hard, it's emotional." The Duke said he struggled for 24 hours thinking about what to say to the athletes, many of whom were serving in the army before competing in the games. Speaking at the opening ceremony to Team Ukraine, Prince Harry said, "Your bravery in choosing to come, and being here tonight, cannot be overstated. You told me yesterday when you decided to join us, despite all odds, you said you came to be on this global stage, not simply to show your strength, but to tell your truth.